to the state. And that is where my journey of work in the state. There is no state in India I know better than Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, whether it's working in education, in welfare over the years. So that is the first connection to Telangana. Second, when this book came out, Honorable Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister were the first Chief Ministers I got to present the book to, and that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. We had a wonderful 2-hour discussion on a whole range of governance issues. And last, like Ramakrishna Rao Garu mentioned, the non-profit I founded, the Center for Effective Governance of Indian States. Our first state partnership was in Telangana. So in every way, Telangana has been the core of where a lot of my work has evolved. So I want to just make 2 remarks. The first is I want to highlight the centrality of state-led actions for national development. Almost every aspect of governance that touches the lives of citizens are actually controlled by state governments. Education, health, land, labor, safety, environment. So government of India can provide guidelines and money, but the actual delivery is all with state governments. So if you look at the variation in outcomes across Indian states, that tells you how much state level leadership matters. Okay, so it is just wonderful to see this energy and this drive to think about a vision for Telangana and therefore set a vision for India itself. And I was particularly pleased to see that the benchmarks are global, because it is not enough to compete just with other states, but by setting global benchmarks, you are both elevating Telangana and elevating all of India. So there are already, like Ramakrishna Rao Garu mentioned, so many examples of initiatives in Telangana that have now been replicated across the country. I just want to mention one, which I played a small part in. And this is what is called the annual KPI survey, where Telangana has become the first state to have annual district level outcomes on every human development indicator, on education, on nutrition, so that we know that we are making progress towards the goals and not just setting goals and not knowing are we making progress. So that data is foundational, and this is now something that is being replicated across many states. So the second thing I want to say is that it is wonderful to set great goals, but getting there requires building more effective public systems. So like we say, a famous politician said, you campaign in poetry, but govern in prose. You aim for the stars, but you walk on the ground. So, which means to get there, we need to build better public systems every single day. And one quote I want to highlight, which is there in the last page of my book, which is the best-selling book Atomic Habits by James Clear. It says, whether both successes and failures set grand goals. The difference between success and failure is the systems you build to get to the goals. So he says you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, which means that the goal setting exercise is wonderful, but it has to be accompanied by the plodding hard work of building better public systems. And that basically means really revamping many aspects of our governance systems, which frankly haven't changed since the 1950s. So in many ways, unless you really improve governance in every single way, you will not be able to deliver those goals. So that means data and data systems and data-driven governance. It means paying attention to public sector human resource management. So the people in the government, whether the recruiting, the training, the skilling, the performance measurement and management, these are going to be the core elements of delivering on this vision. And finally, public finances, right? The scarcest thing the government has is money. Debt is a serious problem. So having certain principles of saying that money will be spent on the basis of both equity and efficiency. So how do you spend your scarce public money well is going to be the most important determinant of whether you are able to deliver this vision and catalyze industry, catalyze academia, catalyze society. So these are all areas that me and my team at CGIS are committed to supporting the state of Telangana on, and we are just grateful to have the opportunity to be part of this journey. So Jai Telangana, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor.